Welcome, everybody. The King live right now. Uh, I must have allergies or something because for the last week and a half I've been sneezing. I don't know. Maybe the fall allergies. Who knows what that is? It's like the weather is very, very cloudy and nasty looking. Also, I can feel it in my throat. It's like scratchiness. I definitely think I have allergies lately. So, hey, Marilyn Mike, what's going on? Do these people ever stop and go to sleep? Marilyn Mike? Oh my God. When I say these people, I'm talking people like Bergs and Mark Terry. Specifically, Mark Terry. Does he ever go to sleep or anything? I mean, they never sleep. Julia, how you doing, honey? How are you? Thank you for coming in. Oh man, I got these allergies. They're just like stuffing my nose up. I got this. I got this cabbage lady. Man, this lady's really up into me all the time, man. This lady, this cabbage lady, just is hanging on me for on and off for whatever. And I got this crab, the crab, who is so much in love with me. He goes on and on and on and on, and I mean, really, they're irrelevant. Their channels tank. They have no viewers. What, 300 subs, and nobody even watches them. I don't even know why I even talk about them. But the crab, it seems, always wants attention, so I have to give him a little attention. I throw him a bone once in a while and give him some attention because Jasmine Star, how you doing, honey? Can't read and drive. Let me say. It's not that it's bad, but she tried to play investigator, Jasmine. She tried to play like an investigator and go over steps about her family and all this in an area where she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, and an area where she has no business even putting her nose in anything. Loli hated her, Jasmine. Loli hated her. Why would she invest so much time in Loli and worried about her funeral and all that? It's like, this is a busybody bitch. Now, I know there's something wrong with her, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't have sex because of your problems. I'm sorry about all that. Cabbage. I'm sorry about all that, but it's just, you can't go around slandering the dead and say things like that. That's not true. And expect no repercussions from it. unprovoked, for no reason. You know how much time she spent into doing this? I mean, is that your life? Why don't you clean that 2-inch dust that you have all over your furniture and all that kind of stuff over there and clean? It's something called clean once in a while, okay? Instead of worried about me all the time. CLEAN, okay? And then they put fake pictures up of this crab like they met, and this is what the crab looks like. Show the crab. Show the crab in reality. We don't want to see no doctored pictures. Show the crab. He's a very, very ugly man. I seen a crab before. I seen a picture of him. A very, very ugly man. He's some would call a strawberry or a ginger. He looks like a ginger. He's a very ugly man that looks like a ginger. He has glasses this big, albino looking, very, very ugly man. From what I've seen, he once showed his picture. Very, very ugly man. Very ugly. But if that's what floats your boat, Barbie girl, Florida Mike. Florida Mike is about as sexy as a goldfish. I mean, in reality, But for this, they thought they were slick. They did it like 40 minutes before I go to court to try to get a reaction. CT Clamor, the main man right here. CT Clamor. CT Clamor. How you been, buddy? How's the fishing expeditions doing? Thank you, CT. It's like I don't see CT Clamor for like 3 weeks, and I think in my head sometimes, I wonder where he's at. Then he pops up. It's almost like, how are you? David James. Oh my God, it is going to snow. David James lit me up. Oh my God, it is going to snow. Thank you. And I got a really, really good kick out of you. Infuriating. Bergs. And when he finds this out, he might even have a heart attack, David James. This might put him over the edge. Because you know I'm going to have to tell him that you lit me up. When he finds that out, this mentally challenged goofball is going to go over the edge. Thank you. David James in the house. Here, I have to give you people wrenches anyway. Let me look. I think you don't have wrenches. I can't tell on this phone. Let me see. YouTube. Yeah, how dare Bergs talk to you that way? That moron. Everybody basically gets a wrench. That way you don't get blocked out. CT Clamor. I don't know what happened to the somebody was doing something. I had to take wrenches before because I had somebody doing all kind of nasty, evil things. I'll be right back. Barbie girl. You're getting a penis installed today. You come to the right place. You're getting a penis. What? All right. Barbie girl says Michael over there is phone boning Lilana because he's scared of her. What? Frightened phone boning. Is that a new thing now? You're crazy. You're crazy. It seems everybody's phone boning but me. Barbie girl. David James comes through. David James is on fire tonight. Thank you, David James. And it was totally inappropriate for what Bergs did to you. I was there, as you know. That the moron, all you did was want to request a song, and the moron went crazy. He went crazy. Yeah, thank you, David. Don't worry, you won't get cussed out here anytime, like over there. I know you like guitar playing and all that, but hey, Mr. Steve, how you doing? Hey, Steve, I got another one acting up now. This happy life woman over there writing stuff about Lolly in the middle of everything or something, you know? She actually took time to do. She's actually researching everything. I mean, and taking time, hours doing it. It's like really creepy. I mean, we're not talking about somebody that Lolly even liked. You know what I mean? Lolly hated this woman, and you know why would and this woman why would this woman take time out to worry about that? I mean, it's just it's like you said, it's disturbing, and something's not right with it. It's like there has to be something mentally wrong. Karen, do you know Karen? If you could verify it, I'll give a wrench. Yeah, Mike goes crazy sometimes. That Mike dude goes crazy. Let me see. Mentally wrong, you think? Well, David, should I call you David or Jay? There's so many Davids around. You know, for her to do such dastardly stuff, I mean, and she had maybe like 50% of it wrong. She tried to say that Lolly wasn't a nurse. She tried to berate Lolly and like belittle. She said, "Oh, Lolly wasn't a nurse." I got the certificates and stuff to prove that Lolly was a registered nurse. You know, you get sick, you have a nurse help you and all that. For that cabbage, you know, that cabbage is something wrong with her, man. Why is she jealous of a dead person? I know I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. You know, why is she so invested in a dead person? That's what it is. They're still jealous of a dead person. Hey, Cat Black, what's going on there, honey? Why else would somebody like the Crab, and especially this Jeannie girl, Jeannie? I don't even know her name. Why is she so invested in something? You know, crazy. Trying to belittle, slander the dead. Why not say it when she was alive? Why wait until she's dead to go around saying stuff? Coward. They're cowards. She wouldn't say anything like that if she was alive, I'll tell you that. She has to wait until somebody dies to go around and say all this kind of stuff. Why didn't she say this stuff when she was alive and give a presentation of her life, what she thinks her life is, and all this? Why would she do that? I mean, out of respect, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a crime, but out of respect, you know? I mean, just keep your trap shut, you know? You know why? She was a coward in real life to attack Loli. So in death, she thinks she can get away with it. She thinks it's all fun and games and ha 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 ha. Does she want to play a game? Maybe she wants to play a game. David James. Maybe she wants to play a game. We could play a game if she wants to play a game. Hide the pickle. Hide the pickle. Oh my God. Just a second. I got to get some of this metal over here. I got to get some of this metal laying over here. Hide the pickle. Yeah. Yeah. We should play a fun game, right, folks? Be back later. Me too. Jerk the jerking. Jerk the gherkin. That's like playing doctor, right? In the old days, playing doctor. Playing doctor in the old days. What would be a good game to play? Let me see. How about dissecting some of these characters out here that Barbie girl, where you been at anyway? I haven't seen you for a while. Put your smacker on your whacker. Yeah, how's G doing? He was live the other day, so that's a good sign. How are you doing, Julia? Glad to hear you laughing, John. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I cry, sometimes I sometimes you know. I'm okay. Who's going to be the new president? C is the C for cabbage. Maybe that's there's a human condition to this stuff. Yeah, but I'm friends with the cunt bitch whores now, so it's like I never had a problem with the cunt bitch whores. Lolly had the problem, but I mean, I just went along because she was like the co-host. I mean, Lolly didn't like a few people there, like Seasons and MJ, people like that, and you're still in shock with respect. Yeah, it's very, very shocking. Even though, like I said, she was sick for a while. Lolly stopped coming up on streams. When Lolly stopped coming on YouTube, you knew there was a serious problem. And I'm like, people would ask, I'm like, well, yeah, she's sick. Lolly's very sick. And then one day she says, John, I'm dying. And that put me over the edge on the phone call. She says, in a normal voice, she said to me, "John, I'm dying." And it kind of stuck in me, like it's in how she said it and all that was like it's embranded in my. It's almost as like watching the horse stick her face up, what's his name's ass, and seeing it like it's just it's one of them things that I can't get out of my mind. The way she said it, like she said it real calm, like she didn't say it like she was upset. She says, "John, I'm dying." I'm like, holy shit. I mean, and I thought she was kidding around. I'm like, it's not that bad. She's just like, she's over exaggerating or something, and it was like I didn't take it like, you know, maybe I didn't want to believe it. I didn't, like 3 months or 4 months later is just MJ be back. Good morning, name MJ. Hello. Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. It was like Lolly had a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. She had a lot of things in her life that in her own life that with her ex-husband dying, just burning up alive, and all that. I mean, that's shocking. That has to put psychological damage to you. I don't care how much you really cared for somebody. I mean, to see that happening in real life, and then to get sick like that and have to be put up on tubes and dialysis, and then having sores, like develop infections and all that. She was very much in pain, and she stood on YouTube as long as she could, in pain. A lot of the way Lolly was miserable and all that had to do with pain too, because if you're in a lot of pain all the time and then people start attacking you, it's just like, you know. But Lolly did love YouTube, and it's a shame. A lot of people don't know her best days back 3, 4 years ago. When Lolly was very, more healthy or whatever. That she really did put a lot of effort into, and was quite entertaining. And but she loved her YouTube. I'll tell you that. Yes, Capline. Yeah, to see that happening, it was like, and that's a true story that it really happened. That her husband did indeed get burned up in a vehicle right there in the driveway as he was coming out or something. Something set off something, and the whole thing went ablaze. It was like while he was bringing groceries into her, into the house, and suddenly it was, and I see somebody running around in flames, like in the movies or something or whatever. To see that happening, that has to be psychological damage. To see just a stranger that happened to. If you've seen that in real life, it has to play. Let alone somebody that you loved or was in your life for a long time. Yes, David James. And Lolly in real life was very, very sweet and nice. She and she did do a lot to help out some people. She helped out people we don't even know about, that I didn't even. She helped out Anderson Henderson with money, Mayor Bear. Apparently, Lisa Lynn's dad. She helped him out with supplies and stuff. And If you never screwed with Loli too much and you were down on your luck, she'd help you out, you know. But the problem is people like Dave 25 and some other ones, she would help them out. Then these people would turn and start calling her names and all that. I mean, well, you know, screw you, you know. I mean, G, she would, you know, she'd give donations to G. Um, DSMA apparently. See, there's people I don't know about that she donated money for. She never told me. I found out just recently, you know. Like she gave $500 to DSMA, who I never had a problem with. You know what I mean? I never had a problem with that guy. He always used to come on the channel and all that, but I don't know what his problem is with Noodles. What happened, but she I guess she paid for his new baby, you know, because he had a baby. She put money towards the babies for, you know, to take care of it. So she did do a lot of good things for a lot of people, but on and off YouTube, she donated to different charities and all that kind of stuff. So if you were like in need, she would help you out. Yeah, Marilyn Mike, she never had a problem with you. Maybe a little beef here or there, but you know the ones Lolly didn't like. She hated Noodles. Hated Noodles. She never really had a problem with Blazing Leo. I don't understand that. Lolly never hated Blazing Leo, really. I never understood why Lolly never hated Blazing Leo for all the things Leo did to her and all that. She never really said much about Blazing Leo. She liked Jasmine Star. She liked a lot of people, but there was a group of people there that she didn't like. I'm not going to put that over anybody because they didn't like, you know, they fought with Lolly. I mean, because I really don't know the story to it. You know what I mean? But she hated Nick and Jess. Hated Nick and Jess. But then again, Nick would say, "Oh, go die," and all this kind of stuff and weird shit for years. I mean, you know, there's reasons she didn't like a lot of people. Not a lot, but there were a few. Nobody deleted comments. She didn't like Leo. I can't remember her saying anything bad about Leo. I mean, if Lolly really hated Leo, I would have known it. She might have said a few things, but for some reason she liked Steve Billings. You know, she liked Steve Billings. She liked Anderson Henderson. Mark Terry, she just didn't care for. I mean, it's not that she didn't like Mark Terry. She didn't like Bergs. She did not like Bergs. But she tolerated Bergs because I was talking to him and all that. You know, she tolerated him. But she never liked Bergs. She liked G. She liked G, Steve Billings, and German lady. Just at one time, something happened but it got smoothed over. She liked the cabbage at first, until the cabbage turned on her with the crab. When the cabbage and the crab turned on her, that's when she didn't like her anymore because they used to be friends actually. The cabbage, but the crab started a lot of problems the crab put a wedge between Loli and the crab's relationship because the crab just can't stand anybody. He wants the center of attention. He's a crab, you know? I mean, he's a very, very mean, nasty individual, this crab. Very, very cranky, mean, old. Has recordings of fire engines in the back of his thing and cats and all that. Very, very homeless. David James. Bergs went crazy tonight. Oh my God. Yeah, but you didn't. Bergs went crazy over nothing, over a song because you asked them to play a song, and all that money you gave him and all that. You might think he'd show you a little bit more. He'd be a little bit more like he'd appreciate it more. Bergs doesn't appreciate it. That's what the problem is. He doesn't appreciate it. I'd give him some money. Bergs would attack me the next day like screw you. You know, he don't appreciate anything. Hey, Dave, you want to come up for a minute? Dave? Hey, there's two of me up here, huh? Two of me over here. How'd that happen? Noodles, you want to come up? Bergs. Bergs called me too last night. I didn't pick up. I'm tired of this kleptomaniac, you know. David James, when they get word, Bergs is going to have a nip fit. Oh, thank you. Art Times. Art Times. Yeah. I know Art. Thank you. We'll be right there. All right. Hard work is good for the soul. Hard work is good for the soul. Art times. Artie mess. Artie mess. What's funny, MJ? Why are you laughing? Artie, Artie mess. Hey, Dave.
Hey, John.
How you doing?
Taking a coffee break.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Fucking tired.
Oh
So,
man, how'd you make out getting back? You all right?
yeah, it wasn't that bad. I got home, went for dinner, and then I went for a drink. But, you know, the one thing I want to say is, like, this fucking German lady, man. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but this German lady has been running around spreading lies from day one, continuously
Still?
wrong, continuously wrong, and now this person is like nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Where's she been at?
I don't know. This is my point. Like, you can't confront her. You can't anything. Like, I don't want to, but I just want to prove to everybody or point out that this woman has been consistently wrong for as long as I've known her. She goes around spreading misinformation for some stupid reason. I don't know why, but even involving the kid, Jameson. Why is she telling people that the kid's name is Jameson?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, why?
Is that his name, or what is his real name? Is it
Oh, I know his real name, and I'm not going to say it, but it's not Jameson.
Jameson?
It's just weird. It's just weird that she does this, and people support this lady. I don't know why. I don't get it. This is,
Well,
starts trying
apparently
to
she
cause
was
trouble with
around
the
when.
courts.
Apparently she was around during the court date, and up on the on Baby Huey's channel over there, and I don't know what you know. We were in there. I don't know what she was saying, but she was in the middle of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, John, the judge realized that this woman is crazy. The judge even said that if this woman was in front of her, or this German person was in front of her right now, that she would bury her under the prison. Uh, they don't like you, German lady, and things are about to get real sticky for you. Real sticky.
Yeah. I mean, nothing was said about anything about being online. I mean,
That's what
that
I'm
was
saying,
me.
dude. Are they trolling, or are they just trying to cause I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the judge at one time did say that to us, but I don't think she even looked. I don't think these people even said anything to her. I don't think German lady talked to her like she said. German lady said she personally reached out to the judge. Remember?
Yeah. Well, even if she did, the thing is that the judge can't do anything about that. The judge can say, "Don't talk about the case," which we haven't, and that's about it. The judge can't tell you not to go to work. You haven't been convicted of any crime. They can't hold anything over your head like that. The Sixth Amendment says so. So maybe living in Germany, it's different. I don't know, but in the United States, they can't do that.
Well, look at me. I had a case going on for almost 2 years. She downplayed it and said, "Oh, it's only a year and 2 months." She's wrong. She's wrong about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just say what they want to say, I guess. I mean,
It seems like they, from what I heard, right, the prosecutor, he goes, in cases like this, they just want they want to work this stuff out. They want people to just go on with their lives, and that's it. There's nothing, it's not like you're killing someone. It's not like whatever. There was a woman in there. I mean, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but she should have. I would think if you got caught with what she got caught with, you were going to jail for a long time.
I know. Yeah.
Holy shit.
How do you get a charge like that dismissed?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know what she
That's
did?
like,
She went in. She went in for a 3-hour course in or an hour course in and how not to do drugs or something, and got like a piece of paper, and then went in there and got it dismissed, like an intervention program or something. I don't know what she did, but that was incredible. I mean, that's.
yeah. After hearing that, I was like, and after all the stuff that's happened to me, and that person gets what they got, I'm like, dude, this is crazy. I'm not saying that
Maybe we have it wrong. Maybe it's harder to get in trouble than we think it is. They just want to act like the illusion is we can get in all this trouble for all this. Because what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing a kid get probation. I seen a woman caught with well over smoking limits of cocaine and got it dismissed. And the stuff between and a cop and me, I mean, what, $100 fine? I mean, maybe maybe it's not, unless you do something like maybe drunk driving or something where you get a ticket. But this other bullshit, I don't think, maybe it's not
you know why you got that
severe,
fine? You know why you got that fine? Because they know it was ridiculous and they wanted someone to pay for it. And you basically paid for the paperwork to be processed, for that cop to process the pay. That's what happened. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it last night. If you had told them to go fuck themselves, that never would have went to trial. And if it did went to trial, they would have been like, really? What did he do? They just wanted it to go away. And that cop was there because he was nervous that you were going to tell him to go fuck off.
Oh, that cop. Wasn't he like that cop is a real tyrant, dude. You have no idea. I mean,
yeah, he was there dirty dogging you from the back of the court. And I think he was nervous. Now that I think about it, he was nervous that you were going to say, fuck this. I'm like, let's go to trial.
yeah, he could have been. I don't think they would have did a trial. I really don't. I think.
Well,
Because
if you
if
had
they
said
do a
that,
trial and he loses, his name will be all over that shit.
oh yeah, no, they would have, you would have said that, and they wouldn't have wanted that. That's why they kept telling you are not pleading guilty to anything.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Do you?
So no,
I never actually pled guilty to anything. I mean, what the?
No, they just basically give you a ticket, and they didn't even ask you if you pled guilty. They wanted to know if you were okay with getting the ticket. That's what they said, and they corrected you several times because you said that you were going to plead guilty, and they said no, you're not pleading guilty to anything. You're just accepting the fine. I don't know what the difference is, but.
Well, first of all, they wanted to throw me in jail. Now they say don't plead guilty. It don't make any sense to me, man. I mean, before when you weren't there, the other times, they're like, you plead guilty, and I wouldn't plead guilty. And now I was going to plead guilty, and they said, oh no, don't plead guilty. Does this make any sense?
I think they try to scare people, dude. I really do.
Is that what you think it was? A big intimidation thing?
Yeah, because I looked at that cop, man. That cop was pissed. I don't know about whatever it was. And when he came out of that room with the prosecutor, he fucking bolted out the back and he left. He thought you were gonna plead let's go to trial. He was nervous, I'm telling you.
David James says, "Why are you idiots in the court the first time?" Well, first of all, there was a lot of things going on back then, David James, that and other people played parts in this to instigate. I was getting death threats on my phone. I mean, and it was under Noodle's name and all that too. That you know what I mean? It was a bunch of stuff. And Loli kept pushing for it, and it just created a hurricane. You know what I mean? It created the right ingredients was there to cause a friggin' hurricane. That's what happened. You had a little bit of everything that caused all this to take place, and
When I went down to Monroe, because people are gonna try to twist this and say whatever. When I went down to Monroe, I went there to go talk to the police because John had I received a letter from you, right, John? It was a cease and desist letter, right?
yeah, it was
So
handwritten. Yeah,
yeah. So at the time, the whole child predator thing was happening, and I was receiving death threats. My parents were, my sister. They were calling up my family's business. Not saying John was. All right, I'm just saying this was happening. And in my opinion, it was all taking place. All this interaction was taking place on John's channel. John never posted anything. Lolly did. Lolly did post something. All right. So what I did was I filed a report up in Bergen County, and they asked me, where did this take place? And I said, on this guy's channel, and they said, you got to go call them and file a complaint down there. Maybe they'll go talk to him. And when I meant not a complaint, but it's a whatever you do when you go into the police department and you file an incident report. And I went down there. I talked to the police officer, and he said, if you already filed it up there, you don't have to file it down here. I never filed anything down there. And I went to the prosecutor down there, and I said, listen, I just did this. Can you please talk to Mr. Camillo? This is what's being put out. My family is being threatened, etc. I just needed someone to talk to you. They basically told me they don't do that. And if I wanted to file charges or complaint, you got to go do it at the municipal thing. Never did it. Never did it. All right. And when I received the letter in the mail from the courts about the complaint, I got a lawyer, and the lawyer asked me what was going on. I told him, and he goes, "You got to file a complaint down there." So now you got all these cross complaints going, and the judge sees that, and they don't want to deal with it. They saw what was going on, and they just don't want to deal with it. It's going to go on forever. In fact, that shit could hem you up for a while. John, we could have been there for another year. You realize that, right?
absolutely. If you or me or both said, "Screw this, let's continue this thing could be tied up for another year, maybe a year and a half." Do you really want to deal with all that kind of crap
No.
without knowing what could really happen? I mean, you're never sure of an outcome of something, Dave. You know what I mean? You can never be 100% sure of an outcome of something.
Yep.
And over what, I mean,
Over people instigating.
I don't even know your family. I don't even know who your family is, I mean, let alone call them up. It's
No,
ridiculous.
John, listen, I'm going to say this right now. I know who was doing it. They did it with some other guy. They wait to see you putting something out, and then they go behind the scenes and they fucking do this shit to make it look like it's certain people, to get you mad
Right.
at people,
Now
blah,
you're
blah, blah.
getting it.
No, I understand. They've been doing it to me for a while. That's why when I went down there, I went to go talk to the police and say, hey, listen, talk to this guy. And they basically told me you got to file a complaint, which I never did. I never did until I got that fucking letter in the mail. On behalf of on the behest of my attorney, he said you have to let the courts understand what's going on, or else it's not going to be heard in court. They're not gonna even listen to it.
Here, little Steve, your attorney.
Boy, he's a talker, isn't he?
Dude, he's awesome. You know he's gonna be on my panel, right?
Really?
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see how everybody was all clumped up over there in front of the judge? It was like a party. It was like me, you, two attorneys, the prosecutor, and we got a cop lurking in the background.
Yeah. That was a good time. Everyone had a good time there. Everyone was happy. Everybody was having a good time. Nobody
And the
was
judge was
in a
nice
bad
this
mood.
time.
Yeah, she loved us.
The judge now loves us.
Yeah.
What was the turnaround, you think? Do you think she realizes other people were involved in this kind of crap?
Yeah. So what happened was Bergen County got involved with this and was talking to the detectives down there, explaining to them what was going on. And I think the prosecution of the kid played a big part in proving what was going on, especially to the judge and the prosecutor. John, they knew what was going on over there. They weren't. They knew everything. They weren't stupid.
David James says, "What does noodles do for a crust? For a crust,
For what?
a crust. What the heck is that?
Crutch. Like, what's my crutch? Cigarettes. Nicotine. Is that what he said?
It's like a piece of bread, a
Oh,
crust.
for a crust. Crust.
What's that mean?
Oh, I do building management.
Oh, a job.
Yeah. Like right now we're in Bushwick right now. This is like really, really bad out here. Really, really bad.
Anyway, David James, I was over on Berg's last night, and David James, who was quite generous to Berg's the night before and the night before that, all David James asked Berg's to do was play a song, and Berg's went crazy. I don't know that song, you MFer. Get out of here, you FF. Never come back, and all that. And David James, a couple days before, left like $100 and $100 memberships and all this. And that's what Berg's does, you know.
He hurts himself. He's his own worst enemy, man.
I mean, he went crazy. He went crazy last night.
Do you think he's the type of guy that, like, if something's working out for him, he's got to destroy it so his life is in constant turmoil, so he can never come out of his misery, so he can always be disabled, like, you know what I'm saying, like he causes his own problems so that he can continue living with his parents, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't want to get out of that situation.
Maybe he's making too much money and it cuts into his food stamps, so he has to cause a disturbance so he won't get money for a while. You ever think of that? Like, psychologically,
Maybe.
Did he call you up last night?
Yeah, he called me several times, and it was like ridiculous times of the night, and he won't stop. It's like I have to get a cease and desist from written out to this guy. Seriously.
I never knew this, but Loli had a cease. I have a copy of it, on the phone. Had a cease and desist against this guy.
Yeah.
And I never knew about it, and Bergs never said nothing. I was wondering why Bergs would never really say nothing about Loli on his show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you need, Noodles. You need to get a cease and desist in case he threatens you, for the threat.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. And
this guy told me he was going to kill me like 5 times in the last month.
Yeah.
He's going to come over here and kill me.
That sounds
I'm coming over there. Fuck with my channel. Go ahead. See what I do.
He threatened me recently because I told PDX that the FBI contacted me and Bianca, and I had the email address to the FBI agent that was looking into him. If she wanted it. And he goes, oh, you want to do that? You want to play games? He goes, "You're fucking done. You're fucking done."
Well, he
And what is
threatened
that? It's a
Cecil too.
fucking
You
threat.
know? If he comes to New Jersey, you know what kind of problems that can cause for somebody like us?
Yeah.
Because then he's
Oh, yeah.
close. He'll be close by. He could get drunk and actually act out, Dave.
Yep.
But you don't think he would do it if he was drunk? He would come and he would actually do it, I think, if he was close enough.
Don't repeat don't repeat this, but don't tell you don't say. But remember that thing I showed you? If that happens, man, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that 100%. And it's not because I don't like the guy or whatever. I think it's because he's dangerous and he could potentially harm one of me or my family members. You know, there ain't a lot of hills and bridges in Jersey. You know what I mean?
Because the talk is he's going to move to New Jersey.
Where else is he gonna go? Where else is he gonna go? They're not gonna leave him in Washington. Can you imagine being his brother or sister, and all right, Bergs, we're gonna hook you up with a fucking apartment, blah blah blah. This guy's gonna have nonstop issues. They're gonna have to keep going back and forth to Washington, Jersey. Dude, that's a nightmare. They're not gonna want to do that.
Well, they want to get him out because they're not going to leave him that house. If
No,
his
they're not.
dad dies,
They're selling that shit.
you know, his mom and dad are like 90 years old. How longer can they live for? You know, think about it.
Yeah.
Mathematically, I mean, what, 10 years if they're lucky? I mean,
John, the father's gonna pass, right? According to Bergs, the father's gonna pass. The mother is gonna go back to Jersey, probably live in like a retirement home or something, or maybe with the family, so that they can. It's easier for them to deal with. And then they got this fucking psychotic brother, you know, that they got to deal with. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but you might find out that Bergs is gonna be living in assisted living home. You know,
I think they want to sell that house. They're not going to leave that to Bergs.
no, no.
I mean, the mother's going to sell it and use the money to live off of.
Well, they're gonna put her in a home, like an assisted living home, yeah.
And
Or
Bergs is going to be out of luck. All this stuff about he's going to get that house and all that. I think I don't think the other brother and sister is going to allow that.
well, I don't think it even works like that. So like all right, so if that house goes for $1 million, right, after taxes, what they're probably gonna get like everyone's probably gonna get like 600,000. So let's say there's I forgot how many kids there are, right? They divide it. Let's say Bergs gets $200,000. $200,000 can go really, really quick, really, really quick. You know, to live off $200,000, especially if you have bills, whatever, it can go really, really fast. Now he doesn't have a place to live anymore. He's gonna have to pay rent. To pay rent in Jersey, he's definitely gonna be paying over $1,000 a month. All right.
Right.
So 12,000, well over $12,000 a year he's gonna be spending just on rent. He drinks like a fucking fish. He eats like an asshole. That's probably another fucking $10,000 right there. So he's gonna be spending like fucking like $22,000 a year. That's gonna go really, really fast, dude. Really, really fast.
I don't think he's capable of living by himself, Dave. He don't seem like the type that'll do bills or cook or for himself or any
Yeah,
of that kind of stuff.
he'll be. I mean, if he manages himself pretty good, he's spending like $30,000 a year just to live. But I don't think that's happening. Not him.
So you think what's his plan? I mean, does he even think about this kind of stuff instead of going around attacking people? Or
I don't know. I would hope so.
I mean, when
I
he
would hope
calls
so.
you up all the time, what's he talk about? I mean, don't he talk about this? Like,
He talks about how much he hates Michelle K. That you know, yeah, like Bianca's living in the past, how he wants to kill me, how you're a loser, how Blazing Leo suck. Like it just goes on and on and on, dude.
So he don't talk about anything meaningful. He just talks about nonsense.
Yeah, just nonsense, and then he'll be like, "You got to do this," blah, blah. And then he starts telling me he'll tell me secrets about people, right? You're like, so Norm F has a crush on you, dude. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, Norm F is a big time gay. Norm F is big time gay.
Well, he has this one nudes or that one nudes. Did he ever tell you that? Like,
yeah, it's really weird.
You know what? You should try to get serious with him. Say, Bergs, have you ever come up with a plan when your parents die? What's going to happen?
Yeah, and John, he goes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he goes on to something else.
Instead of all the nonsense he talks about, you know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. That's what he, and he gets really loud about it.
He don't want to talk about himself, does he, Dave?
No.
He wants to talk about everybody else.
Right.
If you want to get rid of him on the phone, ask him about himself.
I gotta go.
He'll stop calling you for a while for the night.
I gotta go. Like he does that. No. And he starts screaming.
Do you think he's getting worse instead of better? I mean,
no one gets better. No one gets better, John. Nobody, especially when you have like my lower back, right? I don't know what problems you have physically or whatever, but like, does it ever get better? No. It never gets better. You get older, you die more. You're dying. His brain isn't like miraculously healing itself, and like, the chemicals in his brain aren't like, regulating. So he's all out of whack. You remember that movie Short Circuit with the robot?
Vaguely. What happened? It
so like
attacking humans or something?
Like it was Johnny Five. The robot's name was Johnny Five, and Johnny Five gets sprayed with like water, and he has this short circuit, and he kind of goes crazy. Really sparks. That's Bergs, dude.
Old Sparky, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll call me up. Noodles this, PDX this, JMac this, the Dave 25 this, Baby Huey this, that, and I'll say, Bergs, what's going to happen when your parents, you have any plans? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
And they'll go back one of the characters. You know what I mean? Like a kid. He's like a kid.
And he tells people that he sleeps all day. He ain't sleeping all day. Does that guy sound like he's a guy that gets a lot of rest, John?
No.
He's high strung. He's always whacked out. Did you see
what he does?
You know what he started doing recently? He started climbing those stairs in the garage. Have you seen that?
No.
It's pathetic. He looks like an old man with those high socks that he pulls up, and he tries to waddle up those stairs.
Oh man.
And I've never seen anyone or heard anyone get that drunk that quickly. Like John, he went to the store one night. I was on the phone with him. I heard him go in the store. He bought some shit. By the time he got home, he was fucking shit-faced.
That quick.
Yeah. That means that he was either drinking in the car or he had pre-gamed before he went out, and it just started hitting him. He's probably a pre-gamer.
He's quite the character, and then he and you know what? He'll talk. He's talking to everybody behind the scenes. I mean,
yeah, he pretends like he doesn't talk to anyone. He's got no one to talk to. He's talking to everybody. He's talking to Marilyn Mike. He's talking to fucking Stewie. He's talking to everybody.
He's talking to Barbara,
Yeah.
the flounder.
So I guess
he's
I can.
talking to
I
Nick
guess I
and
can tell you.
Jazz. He's talking to Nick and Jazz.
Yeah. So when I have audio recording of him talking to someone that no one really, I told you about it. I told you who it was, but I have him talking on the phone privately, telling them, "No, David Buldo is a child molester. David, you know, those documents are real. Those documents are real." And he's screaming at this person on the phone because they didn't believe him. That's what he does, dude. He goes around slanders people behind the scenes. He doesn't do
Right.
it in public.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me text messages of what he was saying about me. John's a piece of shit. John's this. John's that.
Yeah.
Recently, I mean, you know, and then he'll call. Why is he calling me up then? You know, why is he calling me up? He loves. You know what he's doing? He's trolling behind the scenes. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever he's telling people you're saying things you don't say, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
And he's doing it to me too. John says this and John says that.
Yeah, and then when
He's
someone doesn't play,
he's a cowardly lion. He won't say it on his stream though, will he?
yeah, and then when someone doesn't play the game with him, someone doesn't, do what he says. That's when they get attacked. Like Michelle K. Michelle K. was one of those people that he was using as a pawn to attack people. I mean, that's why he's so upset that Michelle K. is gone.
And he really wanted Ponca to get fired.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. He was going to
Why
teach
would he want
Ponca a
somebody to
lesson.
lose their job? Why would he want that,
Because I think when people, like, how he's like, "Oh, look at me, like I'm so perfect," blah. He's making fun of me, but not making fun of me. He's basically saying, "Hey, Noodles, he's better than me. I don't like that, and I am going to point out that he's not, and I'm going to try to ruin his life because someone's better than me." That's how he is, dude. He's such a douche.
Well, he needs some trolling back or something. I don't know what he needs. He needs to be put in his place.
He needs a fucking job, man. I really do. I think he needs a job. I think he needs some kind of like responsibility. He's got no responsibility in life. He's living like a 5-year-old at the age of 51.
Well, I think he's in a rude awakening when if his dad passes away soon or something.
That's what's going to happen, right? I mean, that's the only thing that's helping him, or that's the only thing that's enabling him to do all this stuff is the daddy bucks, and the mommy bucks, mommy money and daddy money. That's it.
How would you like to have to live with your mom and dad at his age, Dave? If they, if your mom was alive, or I mean, I know you care about. I'm just saying, living with them every single minute. I couldn't take it.
I would love to not have to pay fucking rent, a mortgage, fucking insurance, anything like that. I would love for my mom or my dad to give me a car. You know what I'm saying? And pay the insurance.
I didn't look at it that way. He gets everything handed to him, and he just sits around and does nothing.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, I got a first song and a dance." No. You didn't even do the song and dance, Bergs. You got it for free. They gave it to you because they need you to feel like you're something special.
Holy shit, Dave! I think Christmas is coming early to me. Look at this. God is good.
Wow, wow, it's
God
amazing.
is good.
It's amazing.
It'll go towards a funeral anyway, but towards my credit card. Thank you, David James. But I'll tell you what, David James lit Bergs up like a Christmas tree, and to be treated that way.
Well, he did it. He does it to Norm too. So Norm was very generous to a lot of people, right? Bergs don't like that. And when someone does that, David James, you're going to be punished by this guy. I'm telling you. You mark my words. You think I'm kidding? You're going to be punished.
He's already learning.
Yeah, you can't do that, David James. I don't know if you know that. You can't do that to the Bergs.
All he said was, "Can you play a song?" And Bergs went crazy. I don't know how to play that song. Ungrateful. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
So how are you going to handle Bergs in the future if he keeps up his nonsense, which I think it's going to escalate.
Well,
I take it with a grain of salt, but after a while, it's like either I have to block the guy or the guy is trying to bully. He's trying to bully people like us around.
Right. And he's never going to
By
forget you. It's not like John, it's not like this guy's going to disappear. He's constantly watching. He's watching it right now. I guarantee you. He's
Of
watching
course
it right.
he is.
Yeah. He's watching right now. You can't shake this guy. All right. He's infatuated with you. He's infatuated with my girlfriend. He's infatuated with everybody. And when that happens, you are in the crosshairs. And he even says that he's a mercenary. Who the fuck says that?
When we were eating them chicken wings, he called what, like 30 times?
Yeah, he got jealous that I was eating chicken wings
10 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, we're eating. And he kept on doing it anyway. He didn't care.
No.
And what did he want to talk about? This person and that person. I mean,
he wanted to trash someone. And you know what he does, John? He complains about you recording everything. He's doing the same fucking shit. The same fucking shit. The recording.
Well, he's a mercenary, so I have to watch my back.
Yeah. It's for liability. It's all liability with him.
You know how to get him. You got to kind of get him with talk to his parents, or no, his parents are old. Talk to his brother and sisters. Send them like a cease and desist letter, where you're not getting the police involved. But that might be, in his case, more.
I just here's the thing. His parents are very nice people. I'm sure his brothers and sisters are very nice. John, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think they got their own shit going on, and they don't need this, you know. But they might find it to be a problem, you know, and they might have to have a serious conversation with him. But I don't think these conversations that they have with him go anywhere. He got into a fist fight with his brother at the house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what Jill told me. And he did it in front of his nephew. Like supposedly, you remember the time where he hurt his arm?
Right.
Remember he was in a sling? Jill told me the reason why his arm was in a sling was because when he fell, he landed on his nephew. The nephew went to the hospital, and Berg sprained, like, I don't know, something like that. I don't know, whatever.
That's like having a friggin' Berg's falling on you. Jesus Christ! You need surgery.
Yeah.
So this guy is who's worse, him or the German lady? Or it's different, I think, isn't it? Aren't they two different personalities?
So here's the thing. German lady knows 100%, right? 100%. There's no denying it. That this one person that causes a lot of problems in this community is an adolescent that is juvenile, and this person tries to woo a juvenile in front of everybody. All right. I don't see Bergs doing that. I've never seen Bergs trying to woo a juvenile, but German lady, 100%, without a doubt, and other people from other communities have seen it. It just my question is, all right, why aren't all these people like, you remember that guy that was going after Anderson Henderson? How come he's not picking up on this?
Oh, it's only YouTube or whatever his name is.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck. They're not picking up on this. This woman has been in conversation with a known juvenile for I don't know how long, doing what, blah blah blah. And if I was to do it or you were to do it, it would have been a big problem.
Well, German lady did talk with the juvenile on Discord a long time.
She's still talking to him. People, let me tell you something. There are people following her around and following this kid around, make sure that what they're doing. I'm telling you, John. I told you to break off communication with that person. You know, I know 100% now, like 100% who they are, what their age is, where they live,
Right.
etc. Through the
Oh,
court.
I don't talk to the kid anymore.
I'm telling you straight up that that is a fucking kid, and that kid has distributed child pornography. That kid has caused a lot of problems, try to get people killed, etc. And this German lady, this German woman, continues to have conversations with them. Meanwhile, she's running around, following me around, telling people like Glenn Lawrence, "Stay away from this guy. Stay away from this guy, Noodles. He's bad news. He's whatever." But she has no problem trying to woo a 15-year-old boy.
You think she gave a fake name to throw everybody off, like she don't know who he is?
She's trying to hide something. She's 100% trying to hide something. She knows everything about everybody. And to think that all these discords that this hoe bag is in, she's never found out who this kid is. Bullshit. She knows.
So she could be involved with him from the very beginning.
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, when that kid was my channel manager, before anyone knew it was a kid or anything like that, that person was supposedly my channel manager, and I can't prove it. I can't prove that the account that was the channel manager was that kid, but everyone says it was. That's when German lady started coming around. She started coming up on my panels. She started whatever. And then when that kid came back, John, you noticed that she started coming on your panels?
You're right.
Yeah.
I never seen the kid attack German lady. Have you?
No. Never.
David James wants to know what happened with Bergs and the alcohol to young girls.
So here's the thing: we don't even know if we don't know if it was a young girl. It could have been young boys. It could have been. There were juveniles. He tried buying alcohol for juveniles, according to Bergs. Bergs said this. I've never seen a report. I've never seen paperwork. I've never seen any of that. All right. This is all Bergs claiming this shit. But my question is, if it was true, what does it matter if it's a girl or a boy? I don't know. I think if it was a girl, all right, what was his intent? What was his intent? If it was an underage girl, what was his intent to try to buying them alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, what? I think whoever it was, these juveniles, he wanted to get alcohol for them and go back and drink with them, and maybe even have some kind of sexual relations. I mean, it would make sense. Bergs would do something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how Bergs says, "Oh, I don't like women with fake tits. I wouldn't." Well, they wouldn't want you, Bergs. I mean, you know, like you have a say in it, Bergs.
Curry, I was handed paperwork on this kid, not by Steve Billings, not by Bergs, not by John Camillo, all right, but by the state of New Jersey. Okay. So yes, I'm just finding out. And to be honest with you, right, You want to say that all these accounts were bought, or I know for a fact that people that I talked to, they said they had a botter account. So you can't prove that that was that kid. I don't even know if it was that kid. What I'm trying to tell you is that I can tell you this right now, that Jeff H, that account was that kid, and it was verified by the police department, verified by the prosecutor, verified by Homeland Security. So stop. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The state is getting sick of your ass. Who's communist cookies? You know that person?
And the other thing is, right, that kid, right, handed over not only his Jeff H account to the police, right? So you guys were probably talking to the cops the whole time, all right? Not only that, but if he had a Discord, the cops had it. The cops were in control of all of his shit. Did you know that? Did you know that? I did. And I didn't say a fucking word. Well, maybe I did to some people. And I said, please watch out.
Oh, nah.
No, he's not. He's not.
Is Oda that out of touch with what's going on? I mean,
Oda, I'll tell you everything what happened, Oda. I got no problem. I'll call you on Discord if you want to talk. It's just I can't publicly, I can't say anything. The paperwork that I got was the information on there is very sensitive because it's juvenile, and the only people that I can talk to about this are close friends and family. I consider you a close friend, Oda.
well, it's good that you haven't heard anything from the kid anymore. That's it.
No, I mean I spoke with the police after the interview that they had with him, and father, and I said, you know, this is going to start up in August again next year. And he goes, well, when it does, he's the first person that we're going to contact. So he goes, Dave, they took his fingerprints, they took his DNA, they have
DNA.
Yeah, DNA. They took that kid's DNA.
Why?
I don't know.
That's FBI stuff right there. DNA. That's some serious stuff right there.
Yeah.
And then it's awful funny. Bergs never mentions nothing about the kid either. You notice that?
Yeah, but John, because they were all using this kid. They're all using this kid to attack people. The cops even know it. The kid fessed up to it. That's why I told you, John. I said, stop talking to this kid. He brought you up. John, this kid, I'm telling you. He brought up multiple people. Multiple people. Thank you, Oda. Thank you. You guys want to keep denying this? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I understand why you deny it. because you have spent years and years trying to slander me, right? Trying to slander me, telling people that this was me, I was doing this, etc. How come I'm not in prison? How come everyone else gets arrested but not me? What the fuck? I don't even have a fucking VPN. You know that? I don't have a fucking VPN. I don't use a VPN and nothing like that. I got a fucking phone and a laptop.
What's that?
I'm just saying, like, dude, they invested like years and years of slandering me and telling people that I was this fucking creep, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, these were the people that were behind the scenes getting this kid to do all this shit. And they don't. And again, for some strange reason, everybody says, "Oh, they don't never bring up German lady, never." I have screenshots of this person conversing with this woman, right? Well after the fact that she knew that this kid got pinched for this stuff, this kid did this stuff, that it was a kid. The conversations continued, and it was like she was trying to get him to hide stuff, trying to get him to turn on other people, trying to get him to wear. John, I'm telling you, you better watch out with this fucking kid, man. This kid was telling, when this kid was interviewed, all right, and I'm going to tell you why I know this, all right, because I was heavily involved with this case, all right. When this kid was interviewed, John, this kid was asked by his father, who are these people that are contacting you? He goes, I don't contact them, they contact me.
Well, that wasn't true.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. And he said it in front of the cops. He told the prosecutors this. And if he's in contact with any federal agency, that's what he's telling them. I'm telling John, I'm telling you this 100%. That's why I said
I got the phone where they ring. You know how they turn red and all that.
Yeah,
I got all that as proof, anyway. So
yeah, this kid's a liar. This kid is a deceiver. This kid is a swatter. He's a fucking criminal. Okay. And I told the police this too. I said, listen, I've been talking to John. John showed me some stuff. All right. No, not everything, but I was like, they're like, well, we're fully aware of what John and this kid have been talking about. They were fully aware. John hasn't done anything illegal. They told me this. John and this kid are talking. If John doesn't know that this is the kid, he's going to find out. All right. And it was going to be through the parents, because the parents were very concerned. And
is that what the police told you?
Yeah. That's why I was like, you better, end conversation with this person. That was the day I called you.
They said, what, they were watching or something?
Yeah, they had access to the phones. They had access to his accounts. They had access to everything. He had to hand over everything, John. He signed over every account that he had to the police. They were in full control of those accounts.
So they see my conversations with the kid.
Yeah. And everyone else's who contact this kid.
Well, I didn't say anything as they probably mentioned to you, as you said they mentioned. There was nothing.
No, they told me, and they were in contact with the detectives down in Monroe the whole time.
I asked the kid 4 times how old he was, and he told me he was 23.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, John,
this is why when I said to Carl, I said, Carl, you don't know what's going on. You don't know, blah, blah, blah. All right. People can say shitty things online, but there are actually people doing this crap. All right. And I'm telling you right now, as far as I know, from what I've heard from the police, John hasn't done anything. All right. The only thing John's guilty of is maybe being a fucking douchebag. All right. That's it. And this has been going on since May, I believe, May of 2024, that they have been watching and investigating. All right.
Carl, you see Carl in chat? I don't see anybody.
No, but Carl kind of came after me, and I couldn't say anything at the time. I couldn't tell anyone because they were still prosecuting this person. And now if this whole thing is over with, And here, the other thing is, I don't know what's going on with the Homeland Security thing, if that's going to go anywhere. But this stuff is closed.
Why would he tell me he was 23 though? I don't understand that.
He's a criminal.
Being tried as
He lies about everything.
Because I'm like, how old are you? Because if he was 15, I wouldn't even been having a conversation. But what am I going to do? He's telling me he's 23. You're telling me he's 15. I mean, he didn't seem 15, but
you want to know why, Gag? You want to know why they told me about this? Because there was a threat, right, against my life, right, and I was the victim of that crime. Okay, and they had to tell me what was going on in the case. That's it. They didn't tell me everything. They didn't tell me exactly who was. The reason why they talked to me about John was because they knew I had a case going on with him in Monroe. They knew that there was these charges and stuff.
What Tina Olson is this? It says there was no threat against Noodles.
Yes, there was. You want to bet? You want to bet, Tina? Tina, how much do you want to bet? I got the screenshots. They allowed me to have everything. What else do you want to? What else, Tina? How much do you want to bet? John knows it's true. John was there.
Now they're saying
John was in the Discord when it happened. And the Postal Service, the Postal Police got involved, the FBI, and Homeland Security. So Tina, how much you want to bet, Tina? You dumb lesbian.
Is that Sarah? Noodles might not be everyone's cup of tea.
Camilla, I could start shit all day long. I can tell you you're a fat, ugly fucking prick. I don't know. Get over it. I do. But the fact that you're telling me that someone didn't try to kill me, there weren't threats against my life. You're fucking full of shit. You have no idea. No idea. Yeah. Okay. What do I do, Camilla? What do I do? Camilla, I don't know if you know this. Camilla, but the police have had access to my account for, I want to say, 4 months now. Well, they did have access up until August.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that, Camilla?
I'm wondering if that's a kid. I've never seen it back here. Only this is the first time.
No,
the kid can't help himself.
That's not the kid. That's my point. People had botter accounts. Well, Oda, there's all these these Pred Hunter channels, right? I'm surprised that these Pred Hunter channels don't investigate any of these people. Maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze or something like that. But you got some real life creepos, man. Real life creepos. And then there's tons of evidence of these people trying to take a juvenile, right? Coerce him to fucking do things and say things and giving him little cookies when he attacks people.
I believe that's a real Sarah, because how does she know about Detective Harris? Look, she wrote it in the thing. You live for this stuff, according to Detective Harris. You begged for the threat, right?
I begged for the threat. How do I beg for the threat? What, for going live and telling you to fuck off? You fat pig? Is that what I do? Fuck you. I can tell you fuck you all day long, and that you're a pig. You have no right. You have no right to threaten me. You have no right to threaten me. You have no right to harass me. In fact, you say some horrible shit about me, Tina, and I don't fucking threaten you. I don't fucking harass you. These are just words.
Who the hell is this Kamala Harris?
Another piglet. Another fucking piglet.
That's a threat right there. Kamala Harris says, come to Pittsburgh area within a month. Oh, he's saying for you to go there.
Artsy. We're not 40-plus-year-old men talking about a 15-year-old pathetic. We're talking about a criminal who is 15-year-old, who was being coerced to do this stuff by other adults. You're leaving a lot out, Artsy. You're leaving a lot out.
Who the noodles and trap? Yeah, that's Sarah musical instrument. She's a real, you know her and the Void have a sexual relationship going on.
Dude, this is the thing. Like, I don't care about these people. I mean, I hope they have a great life and everything like that. But like, these people are trash, dude. They're absolute trash. They spend their whole life fucking watching me and you fart and piss in our cars and you know and they love. The thing is, they loved when we were getting harassed online. They loved when people were swatting us. They loved when all that stuff was happening. Give me a fucking break. They're scum.
What gets me is why were you even talking to a 15-year-old? Huh? You didn't know he was 15, right?
Well, first of all, I wasn't talking to a 15-year-old. The 15-year-old was harassing me.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And the 15-year-old got prosecuted for doing so. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The police told me about John. John can talk to whoever he wants. John can talk to whoever. That's what they told me. They said, do we think it's weird that he's talking to a kid? They said, yeah, there might be something to that, but he's not doing anything illegal. And then when John says, I didn't know, he told me he was 20-something years old. John's never met this fucking person. Just like, no offense, how do you know how old Camilla is? You don't fucking know. You don't know how old any of these people are. You don't even know who that botter account is. Tina, you don't know if that person was the kid. You have no idea. Again, there's a botter account in here right now that's obviously not the kid.
To this day, I don't even know what that kid looks like, you know?
Oh, I do. I saw everything. They gave me everything on this person.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a victim, John. And these people are just shit stirrers.
It's me, Noodles. I used to be your manager.
Oh, okay. So that's not the kid. I'm gonna tell you something right now. The person that was botter.
It couldn't have been your manager.
No. This is the thing. The person that was the manager, all right, they never told me that was the kid. They had access to my StreamYards a long time ago. And they said, let that person do whatever they're doing. That person disappeared. I think they had a conversation with that person. But the person that was distributing the child pornography, the person that was calling in SWATs and all that crap was busted.
So there was two different botters. There was the Jeff H, and then there was a botter. Is that it?
Well, the botter is completely different from the kid that was doing all this stuff. I don't understand why people can't distinguish between that.
What happened to the original botter? Do you think it could have been? You know what I mean?
I don't know, John.
Could it have been like a parent or something? You know.
I don't know.
Again, if I have to make an assumption, I would think that this stuff is going to start up again. Maybe even before Tina Olson. Who is the Sarah that don't like you so much? I can't.
It's probably another fat pig. I don't know,
Yeah.
John. They're all fat. Every single one of them. They're piglets. They have piglet kids. They probably have fucking. You know what I mean? They give birth to piglets. And it's like, oh my God, you're asking for trouble. How am I asking for trouble? You're a fucking piglet. Get over it. Lose some
Any
weight.
other
I don't
time,
know.
German lady would be up here. You're up here, so she won't come around.
Yeah.
You're right, Tina. Get away from the toxic shit. Piglets, as harmless as it sounds, he said a lot worse in all for this 5 years. The pigs have. Who's that guy? There's nobody there. He's holding the sign up. $50 in the box. It looks empty in there, Dave.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, John Camillo, as whatever you are online, says some pretty horrible shit, right? Get over it. Don't watch this channel. I don't know what to tell you. But these people keep coming back for more, dude. I don't know. And they tell me that I love it. They're the ones that keep showing up back here. What time is it?
9, almost 10 o'clock. 5 of 10. Getting scared, Noodles. Why would Noodles be scared? FBI. We're never going away. Did you hear that? Like a ghost town in there. What the hell's all on the pallets? Like roofing material and all that?
Yeah, it's probably. I think it's. It might be furniture or something.
Damn, you could really help yourself to a lot of that shit.
Oh,
Probably
dude,
wouldn't even know.
there's guys that come in here and just fucking steal wire all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably
They
so
just.
much fucking scrap laying around there. I could fill a van up with shit.
Oh yeah, it's the garbage guys come in here. They come in with fucking empty trucks and they just load it up with scrap and then fucking
Are you
split
serious?
the money. Yeah.
You could have a good racket in that place if you
Yeah, but believe it or not, they got cameras in here. The trades put like cameras on their shit. So like you steal anything. You know, like guy Spider got in trouble for that. He was going around stealing all the fucking like the BX with all the friggin' copper wiring in it. And he was like they
it's
fucking
over
busted.
$1 a pound. You know how quick it is to get a pound of wire?
Yeah.
You know the vacuum cleaner the wire in the vacuum cleaners, it's like over $1 just for one of them.
Yeah,
You know how
I
many
used to
freaking
do that.
vacuum cleaners I
I
see
used to go
laying
to
around in the
town
trash?
with all the white goods. I used to cut. Can I get a 5, please? I used to cut off all the wires, put them in my
Look at the
truck.
midget. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You paid Anderson's $3,000 bail? Where is Anderson Henderson anyway anymore?
Thank you.
Boy, some of these people don't like you too much, Noodles.
That chick likes me.
Who?
That girl.
A little short, isn't she? Kamala Harris says David Buldo is manipulating and doing all this garbage.
What happened?
Take this to the prosecutors.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta get to work, John. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks. Well, folks, there you have it. Noodles is up. See, he runs. And he don't like hearing the word prosecutors, does he? Well, thank you, everybody, for coming out here. We'll go live a little later. Artsy, and I'll bring a link in next time if anybody wants to come up. Garden Earth Guy. Thank you, Mr. James, for the donations. And Cassandra. Hey, thanks for coming back around, Cassandra. RC. Well, there you heard it. What Noodles had to say about, the German lady, the kid, and all that. Kamala Harris. I'll tell you one thing. This isn't a Noodles-friendly chat. You people really don't like Noodles, man. I'm telling you. All right. See you, Artsy. All right. We'll see each other maybe an hour. Noodles has issues. I still say that's a real botter. You know that? I know how botter talks, and that's a real botter over there. And if it's a real you, look, I was told not to communicate with you, and I don't care if you come here, but I mean, it's just that I don't know who you are, dude, but it's like they called me up and told me, but I believe that sounds just like the real botter. I could tell how he words his words, which I don't care. I'm done with police, man. I'm not going to the police on anything. I never did about that. This whole time, not once did the police ever ask me about anything to do with Jeff H. or Botter. Not one time. So it's kind of weird. All right, folks.